Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV specialist. So Zach's over here doing the customer service satisfaction program on a unit. It's on a Grand Design Solitude, one of the ones that's affected by it. And so one, we want to thank Grand Design, and we also want to thank our customers too for keeping us busy as well. I was just talking to Zach, and I'm going to come over here while he's welding on this and just show you some stuff that's going on. So he's welding the inside of those angles to the actual leaf spring hanger itself, and that's that V bracket that goes in. So a couple things to know about this, right, is if you're another repair shop or dealership and you're getting ready to start doing these for the first time, depending upon the location of the crack itself. And so this example here, you can see there's the crack where we got the arrow. If the crack is lower than 2 inches from the bottom of the I-beam, there is a 96-inch tube that gets, and welded basically in place. So with that said, all of those plates right there have to get cut off. So wherever there's a plate, one there, and I'm sitting on the steps, so I got a funny angle, but wherever there's basically those plates now have to be removed and cut out and grinded out, and then the area that he's going to weld to needs to be cleaned up to go ahead and put that on. And then same thing with the hangers. So as you notice, all the suspension's removed from the underneath of this unit. And so as we were just talking about this, Zach was saying, hey, it's easier for me to get in there and to do my job, because imagine if those leaf springs were in his way right now. Imagine if the axles were in the way. It's going to make it a lot more challenging for him to get in there and to weld those V-braces properly. So by pulling off the suspension is a much better option. And then he actually when he's doing the side welding on the I-beams, he has to cut the pieces off of that underneath the underbelly in order to get it out of the way, to make sure there's no wiring or no hoses or no hydraulic hoses or anything back there behind that as well. Then once he gets done with welding all these in place, and he's checking all his welds right now and goes back and wire brushes everything, then he goes back and he'll paint everything all up. And we use an automotive, what they call trim black automotive paint. That's a single stage, so he'll get all that cleaned, primed, and then painted. But and then that was his shield that he just used to help block stuff. But anyway, stay tuned for more. I'm gonna go see if I can check on the other side, see if if it's done or not over there, or if he's in process of it. But it's a lot to these. It's not just get underneath there. If there's a crack in the frame, you're drilling out the crack in the frame, then you're grinding out that area, and then you are filling it with weld, then you're grinding that weld down, and then you're going to go ahead and put that cross tube on. Let's peek underneath here. And then another thing that we do, just because we've experienced in the past, we remove the fender skirt. And we do that because we don't want to break or crack the fender skirt by accident. You're going in and out of there a bunch of times with equipment and tools and whatnot. So so as you can see, he's got this angle bracket in, he's got that angle bracket in, he's got that angle bracket in, and there's a better view. So you're welding those to the top. You're welding those to the top of the I-beam, and then you're welding them on the sides of the V-braces in between the hangers. And so you can see the arrows here where he's got 1 crack, 2 cracks, right? And he's gonna have to come back, cut all these plates off, and then make sure that, that stick, like I said, is 96 inches long. So if there's anything else down here in the way, he's got to trim those all off, grind them all off, clean up the surface where he's going to be welding to, and then weld that tube into it. So they recently changed the bulletins and the procedures for these. We used to have to fabricate a cross tube. So if you've seen our other videos, the cross tube would go from the hanger and weld onto the back with a tube and go clear across to the other side of the hanger over there to help support the unit from keeping it from walking. I don't know if they're going to go back to that or not. Something that, you know, we would encourage you, just as our opinion, is that you could still buy those more ride hangers if there's something in the way, like a water line or something else, gas lines or whatnot. You could use the drop downs to them. But look at all the stuff that, you know, he's having to, you know, cut the axle wires, pull back the underbelly. He gets back in there and shims it with stuff. Then he's got to go back and refoam everything. So it's a lot more involved to do it the right way. And that's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to get in here and just blast through it for a few hours or whatever it's allowed and not do it the right way. So if you have any questions or whatever, we'll try to continue to do more videos. Obviously, we're going to be doing these for quite some time. But again, if you come in as our customers, we are removing your fender skirt. We are opening up the underbelly. In most cases, we're going to drop the suspension and stuff out of the way so we can get in there easier and go from there. And then, of course, we'll foam it back up. We'll use the appropriate connectors and stuff for the wires to get that all buttoned back up. We'll go back and verify that the brakes are working and whatnot. Make sure that, you know, even if they're out of adjustment, I'm sure the guys will get it adjusted for you. Probably check the tire pressure as well. So anyways, it's all about doing it right here at California Review Specialists. We don't want it to come back on us. We don't want it to have any more problems with you guys. And this particular unit is actually a 10 of 19. So it's one of the 20s. I'm not sure, but they've been covering some other years. So I don't know if they backdated that or not yet, but and I'm not sure if any other models are coming out. Like I said, just at the moment, it's just a certain few models. And this one's actually a ST310GK. So, but all right, well, I'll let him get back at it, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. This is Dustin, your RV Specialist.